Welcome to Flipside, your pass to Pinoy adventure. Hey, I'm Elaine, and join me today as I explore Manila, our takeoff point for all things Pinoy, here on Flipside. When I think of Manila, one of the things that pop to mind is its colorful history. Images of beautiful buildings and churches like we see here in Intramuros. Now, question, how much of Manila's past do you know today? If you want to know more, watch this.
So, I'm here with Carlos Celdran. And he's a performance artist who also does tours. I haven't been here since '95. So much has changed, so much is still the same, but there's still so much I'm still discovering and rediscovering. So please tell me about Manila.
Well, you know, Manila's not exactly the easiest city to figure out, which is why sometimes you really need a tour guide, because, you know, a lot of Manila is what I would like to call an interior city. Okay, because, you know, like how other cities, when you go there, the culture is really right out there on the street, like, say, Paris. But Manila's kind of like the Middle Kingdom. Like, everywhere you go has its own little secrets and its own little tiny little doors, like, which just reveal what the city's really about. It's never out on the street, because when you look at the street, it's just traffic.
Manila. It's gritty, bursting with life, colors, and history. A melting pot of cultures. Now, join me on a little discovery trip around the streets of Binondo, Quiapo, and Intramuros. Folks, this is Manila. The first part of our tour is inside the historic St. Augustine Church in Intramuros.
Okay, well, I'd like to welcome you here to the exhibition of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, who was the founder of the city of Manila. Now, when Miguel Lopez de Legazpi arrived in the city of Manila back in 1571, he found around precisely where we're standing right here, this general area of the convent, a settlement of around 10,000 Muslims. Manila was actually Islamic before it became Catholic.
I did not know that.
The entire city designed by Jesuit friars and built by traditional Chinese Filipino craftsmen. So you can see that Intramuros was a city of priests, built by priests.
Walking along the halls of St. Augustine, it felt like I'm in a time machine going back to a period long past. But what really surprises me is that it all feels familiar. I realize how much of our culture is rooted from the Spanish and the Catholic religion.
Well, I'm totally I'm cracking up about stuff, but also learning so much about stuff I didn't even know.
Yeah, no, the Philippines is easy. It's kind of like a video game. Once you figure it out and perfect it, it's a lot of fun. The Philippines is just, you know, sort of like the globalism poster child.
He kinda has a point there. Because from one place bursting with foreign influences, we go to another equally rich with foreign flavor, Binondo.
Binondo, the area that you're in right now, comes from the Tagalog words binundok, which means mountainous. As you can obviously see, there are absolutely no mountains here whatsoever, okay? And this area actually has been occupied for the last 300 to 400 years, which is probably explains where the mountains went, because they had to keep refilling the land to accommodate more people. And Binondo has been historically the area where the Chinese live. Okay, because the Spanish depended upon the Chinese for this thing called the galleon trade, which is essentially bringing Chinese goods all the way to Europe. So the Spanish had to keep people nearby. And so that's how Chinese, or the Chinatown in Binondo came to be, and why it's located so close to the city of Intramuros. So this is happening 300 years ago, fast forward everything to 400 years old, and this is what you get today.
Binondo is like a maze full of surprises at every turn.
A good example of the kind of alleys that we have here in Chinatown. Because Chinatown has always been known for its secret, dark, scary areas.
You'll find exotic fruits, antique Chinese trinkets, mysterious herbs tucked in a corner, hidden in an alley, or displayed on street walks. For more local flavor, let's head to Quiapo. Quiapo is probably most known as the home of the Black Nazarene. Every day, devotees flock to Quiapo Church to say their prayers and offer petitions. Around the church is a bustling community of local merchants. Out here you'll see religion side by side with the supernatural.
This place is especially known for its talismans. And these talismans are a good example to show you how Catholicism and our pre-Hispanic beliefs sit very strangely side by side.
Just a few steps from the church, you can find lines of manghuhula or fortune tellers. You can even find native medicines and religious statues in one stall. It's a bit bizarre, but I have to admit, this is what makes Quiapo so unique. We've been to Intramuros, Binondo, and Quiapo. These are places which make up what many calls Old Manila. But like good wine, Manila only gets better with age.
One of the things I love most about Manila is that it's kind of like a video game. It's something that needs to be mastered. It's kind of like a search for your own adventure book. And since Manila is also one of the most misjudged places in the world, I feel like I'm in a secret that nobody else knows.
That was fascinating. It's like Manila 101. And I've learned so much, and I hope you did too. It just goes to show there's always something new to learn about the old.
More Manila adventures when we get back. But next up, some Manila spots to suit any mood. So don't go away. I'm Elaine, and this is Flipside. We're here right now at Intramuros, exploring the sights in this walled city. Oh my god, there's a little kitty! Oh my god. This is an awesome ride. If you're in the mood for something laid back or nostalgic, this historical site is perfect. Adventurous, don't fret. I met up with a couple of Manila guides to show me that whatever mood you're in, Manila has the answers. Watch this.